Hey guys, it's Dave Lakhani. I'm here with your fifth lesson today that you get free for having purchased How to Sell When Nobody's Buying. You did buy the book, right? You didn't find some backdoor way in here. You're not watching these because some friend sent them to you, are you? If you are, go buy the book, please. It will transform the way you sell. Now that being said, I want to talk about every salesperson's most important topic, the thing that's most important to every single salesperson in the world, and that's you. I want to talk to you about you because, let's face it, we got into sales because we're independent, because we want to be in control of our own destiny, because we're willing to take some risk in order to maximize the reward. And one of the things that most salespeople don't do is really think that through in terms of what does that mean long term. The economy's changed, industries have changed, jobs have changed. You're not going to be at the same job for 20 years, let's face it. You'll be lucky to be there for 3 or 4 years, and if you follow the industry statistics, maybe 2 years. So the reality of it is, what you have to create is a personal brand. You have to create something that allows people to know who you are, what you're about, why you're an expert, and why they should not only hire you, but why they should be doing business with you. People want to know more about you in terms of what you've accomplished, what you do, what your customers think about you, what you've sold. And one of the fastest ways to do that is to create a centralized repository for all of that. Now in the book, I talked to you about how to build your own website using Weebly. And if you haven't read that yet, go back there. Virtually anybody can create a website. If you can create a Word document, you can create a website on Weebly. It's that simple. The idea here is that you're going to build a centralized place to house all of the information that is going to ultimately build your personal brand. But what is personal brand anyway? Well, personal brand is simply all of the mental representations, the ideas, the thoughts, the emotions, and everything that a potential client or employer thinks about you. It's what their experiences have been with you. It's what their experiences with other people who talk about you have been. It's what their experiences with the products that you've sold in the past have been. And so what we're trying to do is move to top of mind the very best ideas about you so that you become more valuable as a salesperson, more valuable as an expert, more valuable as a partner, more value as a solutions provider, and more valuable as a potential employee. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to create this website. Then you're going to start putting testimonials about your product, testimonials about you. Because when you get a testimonial, you need to capture some testimonials about yourself. When people are ranting and raving and talking about how great you are and how they love working with you, you just pull out your tiny little pocket camera. You got one of the Canons, right? The one that I talked to you about in the book and told you about on one of the earlier video trainings. By the way, just to show you how good that camera is, I'm doing this video training on that camera right now. That's right, it's a little pocket camera and it works perfectly. You probably wouldn't have even known if I wouldn't have told you that we weren't using a big 3CCD high-end HD camera. The idea here though is simply that you collect these testimonials wherever they are. So you just pull it out, and thanks to Joel Bauer who gave me the specific terminology, it's wonderful. Just say, you know what, I loved it that you said that. Would you mind saying that into my tiny little pocket camera? Now, it works every time. I even got the producer when I was on The Big Idea with Donnie Deutsch to get on there and say, oh my God, Dave, you are the greatest guest we've ever had. Everybody should have you on their show. That's a powerful testimonial for me. When people are talking about you, you need to capture those powerful testimonials as well, because when people are trying to hire you, they don't want to take your word for it. They don't want to take your 3 best references. What they want to do is they want to find out what other people are saying. So not only do these go on your website, they go up on YouTube as well, so that when people search for your name, and oh, by the way, your clients and your potential employers, they all Google you now. That's step 1. It's a given. If the only thing on Google about you is crap, or the last porn site you didn't pay for, you're done. But if they find great videos about you, they find testimonials, people talking about you, you've now moved yourself outside of the traditional candidate area, because most job candidates don't do this. Most people who are selling don't even think about, clients are wondering, what is this person going to be like? What's the, they wonder if the company is going to be okay, but they never think about how much impact do I have. So when someone Googles your name to find out if you're a good salesperson or a bad salesperson, someone they should do business with or not, wouldn't you rather have them find 20 testimonials about you? Wouldn't you rather them find videos where you're explaining something, teaching something, showing people how to use products, that kind of thing? Of course you would. Other things that you need to do to be building your brand. You need to make sure that you're writing a blog that demonstrates your expertise, your knowledge of the industry, your knowledge of the products, your knowledge of the economy as it relates to what's going on, and your knowledge of your clients' particular problems. So you write about the problems they have, you talk about the solutions, you link them to other information, you give them a centralized place where they can find a lot of information about the kinds of problems that would make them see you as the world's foremost expert. Now, we also talked about building a following on Twitter in the book and some of the other social media sites like Facebook and LinkedIn. These are your personal resource sites. This is where you build a following of people interested in you and what you're doing. So if you ever need a job, you know, one of the first places I would go right now if I had to find a job is I would go to Twitter, I would go to LinkedIn, and I would go to Facebook, and I would let all of those people that are my friends, my connections there, know that I'm looking for something, and within moments I would have literally tens of thousands of people linking, looking, liking, loving, and trying to help me find that new job. You can do the very same thing. See, as an independent, and all salespeople are independent whether you're working for a company or not, you have to think about, how do I create personal independence? How do I take responsibility for myself and make sure that everything I'm doing is supporting what I need to do long term? Because long term, it's about building a career that supports you, supports your family, builds a lot of independence for you, and gives you the sort of income and long-term success that you need in order to have the life that you want, to buy the things that you want, put your children through college, give yourself the retirement that you need, all of the things that you have to do. That's what being independent is about. You have to think like an entrepreneur. You have to build a personal brand. I go into great detail about building a personal brand in the book. Go back and read that section. You should also read my book, Persuasion, the Art of Getting What You Want, and Subliminal Persuasion, because I go into even more about the subconscious branding processes that you can leverage and use. It will be very powerful, and it will transform who you are. Start thinking like a person who is a personal brand. Start exposing your brand to your client. Start developing those kinds of relationships where you're valued, and you'll be treated like every other brand that is valuable. People will make the recommendations for you. They'll say you have to choose you because you're the brightest, you're the biggest expert, you're the most reliable. Make sure that your brand stands for something. Make your brand emotional, make it connected, most importantly, make it known. I hope you're selling more already. I hope these 5 video lessons have been powerful for you, but don't stop here. Keep coming back, clicking on this bonuses section, because there's going to be more bonus trainings. As I discover more things that will transform the way you sell, they're either going to be in this section or they're going to be in the blog. If you don't use an RSS reader now, you need to, so that you get the blog post delivered directly to you, or sign up for my email newsletter, which you should do as well, and I'll send you links every time that I put something new up. I'm looking forward to training you even more. I'm deeply appreciative of all of the work you've done so far, and most especially, thank you for buying the book. Do me one big favor. If you love the book and you've loved this training so far, please encourage someone else to buy it. Do them the favor of helping them get this training as well. I appreciate you and all you've been doing. Now let's go out and sell some more, make some more money, most importantly, build your brand, become more independent, because I want to see you when we retire on the beach, and I want you to remember me, and I want you to tell me that you're here because of the decisions you made, the implementation that you started today, and that you took as a result of reading the book, following these lessons on the video. You're a very special person because you're a salesperson, and listen, there's not many of us left anymore that are true pros that love what we do. Be the most professional, build your brand, make your money. Now is your time. I'm looking forward to being a part of your success. I'm Dave Lakhani. I'll talk to you again soon.